Can a beach get a hangover? Yes, this is how Ipanema in Rio looks after too much fun. How to handle a Brazilian beach on rehab? By having fun. I know, all this sounds very confusing. Hold on a second and I'll explain it all to you.
Staying in Rio is a lot like dating a Latina girl. The weather can change as fast as the temper of a feisty woman. Just a couple of days ago, it was sunny and 40 degrees hot. Now, we got this.
And it's gonna get even worse.
You thought your hangover was bad after a night out. Then just wait and see how the beaches of Rio look when they suffer a hangover, a so-called ressaca, after some weeks of fun. This is definitely the weirdest weather phenomenon Rio's got in store. And if nothing else, knowing that this at any given time could happen to your favorite beach will make you appreciate those sunny days in the sand so much more. Here we go.
I sense there's still some confusion here. We'll sort it all out. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Sun, caipirinha and samba music. Well, not today. This is November in Rio during the weather phenomenon known as hangover. It means the water levels are much higher than they are supposed to be, with waves demolishing the beach, sometimes even reaching the streets above. Left behind is a muddy, unattractive mess, with unpredictable currents making swimming deadly dangerous. This is how Ipanema used to look a Sunday morning during the current tourist season. Water looks so delicious you just want to drink it. And here is how it looks this particular Sunday morning, after the hangover, so-called ressaca, has kicked in. Has Ipanema Beach ever been this empty?
Okay, so where is the beach? Where are the people? This used to be one of the busiest parts of Leblon. Onde está a praia?
Cadê todo mundo?
This was so unexpected. Just the other day, everything looked normal.
Ipanema does not used to look like this. Used to be sunbeds here, not water.
Yes, normally walking this particular part of the beach, it would look something like this. You know, like in all of the photos. These hangovers are created by storms or cyclones close to the coast, sometimes resulting in 5-meter waves crashing onto the beaches of Rio. And it can happen fast. This was just before.
Dia quente. Oh, it's so hot. I feel good because I'm so much more tan than she is. Estou muito mais bronzeado. My investment of coming to Brazil finally paid off.
It's funny, you never know how lucky you are. The hangovers can come straight out of nowhere at any time of the year, and they often last for days, which gives you all the more reason to enjoy the beauty and vibe at the beach while you have it. If the weather turns, that will all be gone.
Who's gonna give me my caipirinha now? I will just have to try over there.
These hangovers in Rio de Janeiro occur a handful times every year, and they've become more and more common, possibly due to climate change. And there is one thing about Rio you need to know. Cariocas don't like bad weather. Days with rain or ressaca brings the whole city to a halt.
The caipirinhas still taste like caipirinhas.
People will simply stay home, restaurants will be empty and shops may even close. In other words, Rio becomes way less fun. That's why you should always plan for these days with no sun fun. Parque Laje in the Jardim Botanico neighborhood is one of the places made for gloomy days.
Apa.
This place almost looks better a cloudy day.
Bunda molhada.
Parque Laje is free to enter and its famous mansion offers some real cool architecture and design, as well as this legendary view of the Corcovado mountain, made popular by Pharrell. This is also where you'll have one of your best lunches in Rio, but be prepared to wait for it. A lot of people want to post their Instagram photos eating here. As the name Parque Laje indicates, there's a lot of nature to check out as well. Some of it authentic, some of it not. Such as this super realistic fairy tale cave, which is even filled with water. Get on top of the cave for some of those iconic photos. Okay, that'll do. Now it's home party time. Hold on a second, I want to tell you something. Ever since I hosted a few gringo tours back in the days, people have asked me to do more, and now it's happening. During Carnival, me and Sam will host a 5-day-long intensive program, Rio Rampage, where you will learn to develop your social skills while having the time of your life.
Let's go!
I dare to say this will be the best carnival you had. So, who's Sam? He's British and a professional dating coach.
Clear goals equals success in a given discipline.
He's also been living in Rio for years, helping awkward foreigners to talk to Brazilian girls. And now he's gonna do the same for us. Personal coaching, wild carnival fun, and private house party. This will be crazy. And ironically, as soon as the alcohol starts pouring, that horrible weather starts clearing up.
Expert bartender. Vamos experimentar. Mas é fraco? Não gosto fraco. Não é fraco. Yeah, because it's only like gin.
Yes, we're back in Rio's upscale trendy area Barra da Tijuca, where the cool cats hang out, in the penthouse of my friend Luis.
Você gosta? I bought that one. Haha, it's popular.
No better way to round off a day of ressaca than getting your own hangover. And now it seems we can celebrate the return of the sun.
Wow. Vida mais bonita, no?
And the return of the gringo glasses. This, my friends, is why it's so important to get to know some real cariocas.
Getting some groove. And believe it or not, this woman has not had a single drop of alcohol.
Yes, cariocas are just naturally fun. And wild. For once, at least it wasn't my fault. Crash course in getting real friends. Go to the beach, order a caipirinha, and start talking to people around you. It doesn't hurt if you bring some music. Cool kids such as these hang out on Leblon Beach, or naturally, Barra da Tijuca. And it seems I'm not the only Swede in town no more.
Nämen! Sueco número 2. The second Swedish arrival.
Here's the simple truth about Rio and Brazil. You'll not fully learn to love and understand this place without making some local friends. And few people in the world know how to party like Brazilians. Soon you'll be fluent in socializing. The only problem is you'll realize how boring you and your friends have been your whole life. No, don't have water. Alright, it's time to turn off the camera and leave the rest up to you guys. See you at the next Ressaca house party. And frankly, I just don't have the steam to go all in tonight. Producing all this material for you is killing me. If you liked the video, please subscribe and support the channel. Thanks for watching and be safe.